nationalists of our nation, men who love Bharat, men who love India, men who love the idea of unity in diversity, men who believe in a strong Aryavarta, men who believe in Bharat Varsha, men who believe in the equality of all states, men who believe the importance of preserving Bharatiya civilization and culture which goes back over 5,000 years. Men who are nationalists. This message is for you. Us nationalists have been deceived. And let me tell you why. It's not a feeling that I say that we have been deceived, and it's not an opinion to say that we have been deceived. It is not an extremist opinion, and it is not a radical opinion. It is not out of the box opinion, and it is not a lie. It is not an opinion for someone who has an agenda. It is not the opinion of those who only wish to pull down our country. No. We have been deceived, and that is a fact. That is the truth. We have been deceived because those who claim to champion nationalism, there's only one party in our nation that does that, who at the same time champions or seems to champion our religion, our culture, and our civilization. They have deceived us because it does not take a genius to realize the true state of the foreign affairs of our nation. Day by day, we are fed by the media their lapdogs that India is strong, and ever since 2014, our country has become powerful and our country has become a Vishwaguru. Now I know even the most devoted, blind follower of that party will know deep in their hearts that our country is not even 1% of Vishwaguru. For which country is a Vishwaguru if the tiny island nation of Maldives, which is about to be sunk in another 5 years, insults more than 1 billion people so openly? I don't know what is that. Which Vishwaguru is that? I don't know. I don't think that's what Vishwaguru means. And I don't think you also think that it means Vishwaguru. Next, let us look at what's happening in our borders. Ever since the rule of 2014, there has been violent terrorist attacks all over our country. What I mean is, I don't mean the terrorists who come with big guns and all of that. No, I mean the terrorists who try to spread division in our country when we are at the verge of extinction due to the combined forces of Pakistan, China, and the Western imperialists. They are terrorists. Those who try to bring division into our nation are terrorists. I mean by those as terrorists. And there's only one party in which terrorists are located. The ironic party of so-called nationalism. Now let us look at the state of Kashmir, because every single man who has been brainwashed and who has been tricked into supporting this party unconsciously, they bring up the topic of Kashmir all the time. When we elected the Nationalist Party in 2014, we wanted to get Kashmir back. But I tell you, friends, to say that we have been tricked is an understatement. We have been deceived, because we have not only got lost Kashmir, We have, we have seen violence rise in Kashmir. The safety of tourists. We saw what happened in April. That so-called nationalist government could not even strengthen the security forces in the most critical, vulnerable part of our nation. Yet they are able to channel hundreds of thousands of crores to spread hatred in Tamil Nadu. That is the truth of the government. It's not that our government lacks the resources to defend Kashmir and take back Kashmir. It's not that the government lacks a weak border. It's that the government refuses to help the police, the border police, and the army. Why? Because that money is more important in certain other places. Where is that places? I mean, these politicians can put all the money in the Swift bank accounts. That's what I mean. In Kashmir, the fact that more than 20 innocent tourists were killed in broad daylight. And this was not even an attack on a military base. In a broad daylight, in a tourist spot, a literal tourist spot, which is supposed to be the most safest place in any country, a tourist spot. And if you have seen Pahalgam, you would have known how vast and green the area is. So if a terrorist was coming, you could see it from a mile away. 26 of them were shot and killed in that area. Our national people. It makes our blood boil to think Pakistan is the reason behind. But my friend, I want you to remember, if a thief comes in your house, a thief comes in your house and steals all your luggages, beats your wife, kidnaps your daughter, the only reason because you, like a fool, left the door wide open. Whose fault is it? You? Who's left the door wide open? Yes, it's you. The same thing has happened here. The government had left the door wide open because it's not the neighbors who have been killed. No. It's our own house, it's our own people. And if it could happen to any of those 20 tourists, it could happen to any one of us listening to this at this moment. The government has shown negligence. The government has shown that it is a truly no nationalist party. And day by day in Aksai Chin, the part where China invaded so shamefully, they're building more roads, they're building military bases, and they are fortifying that area, making it day by day nearly impossible to get back Kashmir. And I want to know what our foreign policy is doing about this. I'll tell you what the foreign policy is doing. The foreign policy is trying to, in front of an audience of so-called intellectuals in Europe, sitting on a big screen, speaking in English, two of them, the European interviewer, just a damn journalist, comes and asks our great hero, and he refuses to answer any question solidly, but for the sake of social media, he tries to give back a witty reply. This is not done when China is renaming our states. This is not done. I also want to talk about the foreign policy in 2025 that our nation is currently in. That foreign policy is, there is no single ally India has. For Bangladesh, the country we liberated, the country whose entire existence is only because of us. We chose to give Bangladesh freedom, or they would never have freedom. They would still be part of Pakistan. It is only because of us that Bangladesh exists today, and Bangladesh as a concept, as a nation, as a people exists only because of us today. And that was less than 50 years ago. Yet, look at what has happened to Bangladesh, how hostile they are to us now. There must be a reason. Look at Nepal. And ironically, Nepal is a Hindu country. India is not at all a Hindu country. Nepal is a true Hindu country, and the only Hindu country in the world hates us. There must be a reason for that. Sikkim and Bhutan, both those countries and states are trying, especially Bhutan, is becoming less pro-India. Where Sri Lanka, ties have become stronger with China. Can I say anything about Pakistan? I cannot. If we look around all our borders, we have no single ally, and that is a problem. This is a problem that affects every single one of us, whether you live in Punjab, whether you live in Tamil Nadu. Every single citizen of India must be warned of this fact that a poor foreign policy means a poor individual life you will have. And the fact we have no allies should be alarming. The fact that every single country around us is becoming more pro China is terrifying. And the fact that our old ally Russia is seeking to make their foreign policy stronger with China than us is also a problem. And it is in light of this that I would like to inform us that our foreign policy is two-faced. The world, it is a humiliation. To us, it is a pride. Our nation is weak in the global geopolitical scene because we have no allies. We are isolated. And just like how in school, the isolated kid, the friendless kid, the weird kid, the kid who always sat alone in the bus, in the front seat, the kid who in the playtime would always sit far away in the corner of the park. That kid was always targeted and that kid was bullied. I know all of you know this, that the isolated one is the first to be destroyed. But we must not be destroyed. For the government is merely a representation of our will, and if our will is to re-strengthen our nation, so be it. We can make it strong again. That will not be an issue. Jai Hind Bharat.